Can we also have on a different column pictures of Christopher Columbus?
Oh, yeah.
Sarah, don't look. Don't commentate.
Don't threaten me with a good time. Show me pictures of Mr. Columbus.
All right, so
I feel like he's going to be ugly.
let's close that tab now. Okay, so let's get started. Ready?
Please, sir, can I open my eyes?
Open your eyes, my sweet baby.
Okay, it's a whole new day.
Welcome to This Bitch with Sarah Wineshank and Kim Congdon.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of This Bitch Podcast. We're live from the Hive at the Comedy Store Studios. I'm Kim Congdon.
And I'm Sarah Wineshank.
A new week. Here we go. It's fucking Columbus Day.
It is. It's Columbus Day.
I don't know much about Columbus Day, and anything I was taught was probably not true.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
All I know is it was Columbus Day, and now it's not. Now
It's not?
Now it's Indigenous Peoples Day.
Oh, is it a new name?
Yes, because he kicked people off their land. Like,
no, I understand why it changed the name. I got that part.
Okay.
But I didn't know they officially changed the name.
Yeah, they did.
Wow. The holiday was moved from October 12th to the second Monday in October. Oh, shit. More recently, Native American groups and other critics have advocated for changing the holiday to something else, citing Columbus's own mistreatment of natives and his legacy of European settlement. All right. Well, do we still get the day off? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, I think we get the day off, and I think it's Indigenous People Day, right?
Happy Indigenous Peoples Day.
Yeah, go off.
Go off, Indig.
Go off, Indig. Are we going to get canceled for that?
I don't know.
Okay, I do remember learning about Columbus's boats. It was like the Nina,
The Mayflower.
the Santa Pita.
The Mayflower?
No, the Mayflower.
That was the Pilgrims.
That was the Pilgrims. It was like the Nina, the
P-
Santa Maria.
The one with a P.
Very good.
Pina.
Maybe.
Okay. Well,
What was the one with the P?
the
Pinta.
The Pinta.
Oh, Nina like Pinta and Santa Maria. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're learning about the ships.
So how many ships did he bring over? Three? Okay,
I remember learning this in school.
so he came through with 3 boats. He was like, let's stop here. I need a pee.
He's like, yes,
Right?
yes.
So he stopped. He's like, let's stop here and let's give these people some of my special blankies.
Yeah, and that's when he got them smallpox.
Yeah.
No, is that
He
the
goes,
right?
pull out. He goes, hey, let's stop for a pee break and pull out the little blankies, if you know what I mean. and he went crazy. He went crazy. It's just like crazy because if you look, like, let's see what Christopher Columbus looks like.
Ew. No. He looks like a they.
He looks like he could use a beard. He looks like if he had a beard, he could
Or
be a
a
nice,
mustache.
rugged man. But to be honest, it's crazy.
His clothes aren't helping.
It looks
Okay,
like
hotter there.
Okay, look at
They're disgusting. He might have been a product of inbreeding, Christopher Columbus. Doesn't it kind of look like that?
Oh yeah, he looks like his mother, his sister, and his uncle.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's got fetal alcohol syndrome for sure. But
Dude.
also he looks like
No.
I don't know.
I don't know.
He's got something. There's something going on.
Columbus was not hot.
Columbus, not hot. But
even like right here, like
let me see.
No, not even right there.
See that picture? I'm sorry. If I'm a Native American and a dude in a skirt's taking over, I'm going, where did we go wrong? These men are wearing skirts. You know what I mean?
And like hats, like so much flair.
Yeah, they should have this is a problem. The Native Americans were too nice, too trusting, too welcoming.
Dude, if a man shows up like he's getting ready for the Kentucky Derby,
You in trouble.
you in trouble.
If you and your people are all naked,
maybe your
and a
dicks
man
are covered.
shows, maybe your shit's covered, but for the most part, you're free.
You're
And
living.
a man
You're barefoot.
And a man shows up in a kilt with an axe and a fedora. If he comes in with a kilt, an axe, and fedora,
You're fucked.
you better pack up the teepee and run
Yeah.
because this motherfucker did not come to play.
He showed up a little too like.
Look at this. This is a man that ruins things. That's the face of a man that takes things, beautiful things, and ruins them. These beautiful things that I've got.
That one. And what's up with his fucking outfits, dude?
I mean, I kind of like the outfits.
The outfits are a bit much. His hat in that one photo is disgusting.
I'm sorry,
like
I'm not
floppy. What kind of hat is this? What is
I'm
the
not
benefit?
letting a man in a skirt take over my land.
No, I'm not letting a man in a floppy hat take over my land. Did you see the other hat? I'm like, it doesn't prevent you from sun. What is the point of it?
What is the point of these hats? Is it a religious thing? What's going on with these men? Who is
5 unbelievable facts? Yeah, well, I want my mind blown.
Well,
Let's
his real
go.
name wasn't Christopher Columbus. Can we go up? His real name.
What was it?
Let's see. In Italian, he is known as Cristoforo Colombo.
In Spanish, Cristobal.
Cristobal Colon.
Okay.
Cristovan. This guy's a serial killer.
He has too many
You have this
names.
many names, you're obviously about to kill a bunch of
Or
people.
you're a sociopath. Yeah, there's
Only
something
people
off.
that name themselves this many times, every serial killer you know, multiple names, different last names, a middle name here. If you got 4 names that weren't given to you at birth, killer.
For
serial
sure.
killer.
Murderer.
Speaking of names, those boats were not named what you think. Ask any... It might have flashed my vagina. We gotta check that. Ask any American school children. Sorry, Zaves, you gotta check for puss on this one. Speaking of names, these boats were not named what you think. Ask any American school children. Ask any American school children, and they'll tell you Columbus. Shouldn't it be school child?
Well, there's doing it plural. Ask
Right.
any American children.
But
and they'll
any
tell you.
child, any is the plural part.
Ask any American children.
School child. Ask any American school child, and they'll tell you.
But they use they'll, so that's why.
Ask any Oh, that's weird. Anyways,
It becomes English. Okay.
Okay, so who cares about the boat? Whatever.
No, and honestly, the more we research him, the less I'm impressed.
Me too.
He seems like a fucking white pig. He seems like a colonizing asshole.
I'll say it right now. Christopher Columbus, you're a white pig.
Oh, speaking of.
Oh. The
Skrillex
threat.
pig.
Skrillex pig. Dude, we just thought of something that we need to talk about.
What is Skrillex pig?
Oh, we'll tell you.
Okay, so we went floating.
We went floating on the river.
I've mentioned this on my podcast, but we went floating on the river, and Austin McKenna was with us, and we found and we went floating down the Guadalupe.
Is that the river it was?
Is it Guadalupe or Guadalupe?
I don't know. It was in San Marcos.
We went floating down the Guadalupe in San Marcos, and it was fucking beautiful.
It was such a nice
fun.
day.
And we all get in, and people are microdosing, and some people are doing this. Some people are smoking. Like we have a group of like 17 people. Like we have a big fun ass group too. Like funny people. And we're having a great time, and we're floating. And just as we all have our tubes together and the river starts going, you're just getting into it. Your body's adjusted to the water. This fucking pig. This fucking pig comes by, this dude, and he's got a group of maybe 12 people with him. They're all tied together, and in the middle of their group, they have a giant speaker, and he's playing the most annoying, loud EDM. Dubstep in nature. Which I'll tell you right now, this has happened to me a few times. I've gone to the beach with people's speakers that are playing dubstep. You're insane. First of all, playing music at the beach is nuts.
And read the room.
Read the room. Playing music loudly, especially if you just get there. Chill for a second. I've always been shocked when I go to the beach with people in LA and they're like, let's put on some music. I'm like, there's noise everywhere in the city. Listen to the beach for a second. We come from the city of where the music is made.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, relax. But this motherfucker comes in playing Skrillex, like,
And it's like so.
womp womp.
And it's like 1 PM.
It is like, it's earlier. It's like noon. We just got in the water. Like, comedians aren't even awake yet. And it's so loud. It's turned all the way up. The water is vibrating below him. And
everyone's pissed.
not just our group, the group behind us. Everyone's like, turn it off. And he turns it up. Oh, we were fucking pissed at him. He was fat
pissed.
pig. And then,
And yeah,
and then he got away from us. And you heard the music like, and he went down the river. You'd hear like very low. But then this river flowed, and there'd be like places you could stop off to stop and drink and chill for a minute,
Yeah,
stand
have a
up,
snack.
have a snack.
Have a smoke.
And I swear to God, throughout the whole 4-hour river, we kept catching up to Skrillex Pig. He also had a giant pig float, which made sense because he was a pig.
Yeah.
We kept saying he was vibrating everyone. It's
Yeah.
like, stop vibrating the river, dude. Nobody, if you're playing music, even if you are playing music, I think you're insane, but play for your own group. Play it at a volume that your group can enjoy and move on. There never needs to be a reason where one person is playing a group.
You're not the river DJ.
You're not the river DJ. Don't put it amongst yourself. And if you are, EDM is not the one.
No.
Nature, I would take country. I would take dad rock. I would take 70s. I would take 80s.
Soft rock. Anything
rock.
but what was happening.
I would take rap. I would take rap
over that.
what was going on there.
It was like an instant headache.
It's the only music you shouldn't play in nature is EDM. If you're playing EDM in nature, you should be in therapy.
Or you're on drugs.
No, that you're trying to distract your mind too much. What's going on?
Dude, you not everyone's on Molly, sir.
So what are the consensual vibes on a trip like that? Like what's
Like, and the thing that Skrillex Pig kept teasing us with good music. So it'd be like a song would come on and it'd be like, I guess you'd say what can make me feel this way.
And then we're like, okay, finally.
My girl.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, and it would be the best song, and you'd really see even the leaves would start dancing with the good music, like the wind would pick up, and then the EDM would cut, and we'd all and it was so funny because at one point Sarah's on one and we're floating down the river and we go by and so we see Skrillex Pig off on the side and she looks at him and no one's even listening. I'm watching her. No one's even listening to her. She's pretty much talking to herself and she goes, so the next time we were going to record was like September 4th or something. She was like, September 4th, you're going to be on this bitch, you fucking Skrillex Pig. She said it to herself under her breath, floating down the river to this guy and was oinking at him.
It was alone.
And then I watched this whole thing. And then right when she oinked at him, his whole group turns around and we're smoking weed. So she thinks they turn around because they hear her oinking, but they actually turn around because they smell weed and they're like, yo, weed, And so they turn around, they're like, yo, and Sarah thinks that she got caught talking shit about Skrillex Pig and she goes, it's a great country, isn't it? It was her first reaction to a white man after getting caught.
America's great, ain't it?
America's great, ain't it?
America's great, ain't it? I didn't know what else to say.
She panicked.
They're like,
she
panicked like you. And
she went full Trump.
I go, America's great, ain't it?
And God damn it, I love Christopher Columbus. And I do.
I didn't even know what came over me. I didn't know what to say.
It was the craziest thing.
America's great, ain't it? I'm a valley girl.
And then they had that dog, that guy that was trying to get pussy with his dog.
Oh, yeah. 50 Shades of...
And at one point, there's this guy, he's paddleboarding with his dog, and his dog's really cute. It's got like a shark fin and glasses on, and his dog's name is Frankie, and 50 Shades of Frankie.
Yeah, 50 Shades of Frankie.
And he's like, take a picture with my dog, but you have to post this on social media, is the whole thing, right? He's trying to build this dog social media. And at one point, Sarah, by the way, like everyone's floating together, and Sarah just keeps...
They said we couldn't tie off.
Yeah, but somehow...
But Yoni came and saved me.
Somehow we're all tubing together and Sarah's down and I look up and like, by the way, you can stand up and stop yourself. She's so far down the river, she's like waving for help and I'm going like, stand up. Just stand up and wait. And you're like, help! Help! Just getting smaller with strangers. And I'm like, stand up and wait. We can't go faster to you. That's not how the river works.
I'm an indoor bitch.
Help! Yeah, when we went paddleboarding, she couldn't figure out that the paddle does not slice the water like butter and a knife. Like she was doing the paddle this way in the water instead of like this is the water. She was paddling like this with the paddle instead of like this with the paddle.
Yeah, I find my own way. 50 50 Shades of Frankie.
50 Shades of Shanky.
So I needed that guy to give me a push.
Oh, so at one point, Sarah's lost, and I see her holding on to the paddleboard dog, their paddleboard. And I hear her tell the guy, if you could bring me back to my friends, I'll put your doggy on my Insta. She's doing social media trades to get brought around the river.
I did. I never put the doggy on my social.
No. You didn't?
No.
You got a free ride?
I got a free ride
Wow.
on the river, dude.
Wow.
Kris
Shit.
Jenner would be appalled.
Was she?
I don't know. I think she should be president. I've been thinking about it.
Kris Jenner?
Yeah.
I disagree, but
Powerful woman.
sure. As someone who's Puerto Rican, I've gone through many phones in my life and different providers and switched up. And something happens when you, I don't know. I feel like every time you work with one of these companies, what you see is not what you get. Something happens when you leave the store and then you get your first month's bill. It's so much higher. That's why I want to talk about our sponsors. It's Mint Mobile.
With Mint Mobile, you'll never have to worry about gotchas ever again. When Mint Mobile says $15 a month when you purchase a 3-month plan, they truly mean it.
Say goodbye to your overpriced wireless plans, jaw-dropping monthly bills, and unexpected changes. Mint Mobile is here to rescue you with premium wireless plans starting at $15 a month.
I had AT&T for a while, and I had bad experiences. Lots of weird hidden fees. My bill never really made sense. So I can't tell you how powerful it is to finally know what you're paying and know that you're not being screwed over by your wireless plan's jaw-dropping monthly bills,
Use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and bring your phone number along with all your existing contacts.
All plans come with high-speed data and unlimited talk and text delivered on the nation's largest 5G network.
Ditch overpriced wireless with Mint Mobile's deal and get 3 months of premium wireless service for $15 a month. That's a fucking steal.
To get this new customer offer and your new 3-month premium wireless plan for just $15 a month, go to mintmobile.com/thisbee.
That's mintmobile.com/thisbee. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month. That is fucking so cheap, dude. Go to mintmobile.com/thisbee.
$45 upfront payment required, equivalent to $15 per month. New customers on first 3-month plan only. Speeds slower above 40 gigabytes on unlimited plan. Additional taxes, fees, and restrictions apply. See Mint Mobile for details.
Let's get back into the pod.
I think she could be a good president.
Why?
She's
What
more
makes
respected than a lot of other women.
That's true. I think she might be better than our current candidate,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
who Kamala's getting a little black. Have you seen that lately?
No.
I found a TikTok where it's just one speech in Denver that she's doing or something, and then one that she's doing in a very black town, and then one's we have to vote for the people and the people need to vote for us, am I right? And then the one where she's in Memphis, she's like, and I'm telling you right now, if they don't vote for us, you know what it is, my brother and my sister.
No.
You know what it is.
That's bad.
You better thank a union member for paid leave. You better thank a union
No,
You better.
that's bad.
vacation time. Thank unions for sick leave. Thank unions for paid
Okay.
family leave.
Paid unions for
Could
paid
you put your-
family leave.
You put that on Do Not Disturb. 'Cause
I don't know
it's
how.
vibrating.
I don't know how. Help me learning how to put it on Do Not Disturb. I don't even think I have the button.
Here. Airplane mode.
Not this bitch putting my shit on airplane mode.
Well, because it's vibrating into the microphone.
Brrr, I had to get a whole new fucking phone. Now all my shit started over.
No, I know. The ocean took my phone and the sun took yours.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
1 week away from each other.
Crazy. They knew
Fresh
we were destined to
starts.
be together. And then I
You
kept
guys
having to
lose
use your
all
phone.
pictures?
No.
No, it's in the cloud or whatever.
It's in the cloud, whatever that is.
Yeah, I don't understand how any of it works, to be honest.
I still don't understand how. If I call you, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to be so high about this,
Yeah.
but I still don't understand. If I call you right now,
Yeah.
you can hear my voice through a thing, but there's no wires.
Yeah.
I don't understand. It doesn't make sense. How does it know through the wires how to make the sound of my voice sound just like me? Do you know what I mean?
I don't, yeah.
It'd be different if phones were like you were talking and it was one voice for every call, like it transcribed what you were saying, but how did voice travel through phones? A microchip in the phone modulates a radio wave using the electrical signal. The radio waves travel through the air to a nearby cell tower. The tower sends your voice to the person you are calling,
Whoa.
and the process is reversed so that the other person can hear your voice.
And it happens instantly.
But okay, right here, a microchip in the phone modulates a radio wave using electrical signal. That makes sense to me. Fine. The radio wave travels to the air to a nearby tower. The tower sends your voice. Now, this is where I need to pause.
Yeah.
How did it get my voice? You know what I mean? There's never an answer for that. Like, how did it perfectly transcribe the way that I sound? You know, when someone calls you, go, I know that's Sarah's voice. How
Yeah.
does it know if it's just through how? It's a signal.
It's radio wave.
It doesn't
I
make
have
sense.
no idea, dude.
How do they catch it? Okay, they like take this, hello, and they catch it and it
Yeah.
goes into a wire
Yeah.
and goes through,
Yeah.
but there's no wire.
No, but there's radio waves.
Everywhere in the air?
Yeah.
That can't be good for us.
No, I know. We're going to be those 5G people. 5G, no. Like, we need to start putting stickers on our shit to protect ourselves.
Wait, what?
You know the people who are like extra scared of 5G?
Yeah.
We're going to become those people if we
Well,
overthink
I'm kind of
this.
scared. 'Cause
Yeah, no, I know. It's
this,
not
I'll
good.
tell you one thing. This ain't right.
It ain't right.
It ain't right and it don't make sense.
And like they say that you're not even supposed to sleep with your phone in the same room as you.
Yeah. That's bad.
The long-term effects of Wi-Fi, not good.
Their Wi-Fi is so advanced now that they could like almost using the heat from your room, they could see you like through the signals. Like they see which parts. They have all the signals in the room, right? And you walk into the room and that part gets like hotter. So they have almost like heat detection that shapes your whole body and they could watch you through your Wi-Fi.
Who? Who's they watching me through my Wi-Fi?
Them.
I'm gonna put a fucking
You know who
post-it
they
on
is.
my camera.
The ones who watch.
I don't like what you're saying.
Well,
at
they
all.
can. They can do that. And you know what? FaceTime don't make sense to me either. Now that's even more confusing. Now we're FaceTiming each other and it's taking the image, little pieces of the image through and then putting it back together. Every movement we make, it catches at the same exact time. I can't even fucking...
You can't
I
even
bought a
fart
Mac-
on FaceTime these
Dude.
days.
Dude.
You used to be able to fart on the phone and get away with it. You're
No.
not gonna fart on a FaceTime and get away with it.
No. You used
Yeah.
to be able to put that shit on mute and take a fart.
Yeah.
Can't do that now. Your face will show it all.
Dude, I have a crazy homeless man across the street from me who's
yeah.
been writing messages on the sidewalk with crayons.
What do the messages say? Maybe they're useful.
God, salvation, revelation, and it's so fucking crazy. It's like The Shining.
Oh,
when he's-
I really want to see that. Sorry.
It's okay.
Sorry.
Big fart exposed. No. Can I tell you that looks like it really felt good?
Yeah.
I want to go fart in a mud
Imagine
bath.
the smell that came out of that bubble, though.
Ew.
She looks shocked.
When the mud bath exposes you. Do you want to do a mud bath? That looks
Yeah.
amazing.
That looks like it feels so good on your skin. Where can we do that?
We need mud baths.
So what were you saying? Sorry, I got
Dude, I
distracted
have
by the
this
big fart.
homeless guy who's aggressive, who's across the street from me. I've told you about him. But basically, he's in this new habit right now of writing with crayons on the concrete.
Okay.
And it's like the craziest shit you've ever seen. It's
Nice.
like Jesus said, like revelation, salvation, and he just is like writing it over and over and over again. It's very like The Shining, you know, when he's just typing at the typewriter.
Yeah, he's schizophrenic.
Yeah, he's schizophrenic. And I looked at the ground since I had gotten back in town from Texas, and it is like there are words everywhere. It is
Really?
overwhelming and disturbing.
What are you gonna do about it?
There's nothing I can do about it. They don't care. The LA doesn't care. They're like, oh yeah, we gave him a tent. He's allowed to be there.
They gave him the tent.
That's what Zach and I think, that they gave him the tent. Because where else did he get the tent?
I mean, homeless people find tents all the time. That's kind of their thing.
Yeah.
It's
I
like
don't know.
asking a white man where he got his truck. It's like they just have them. They're born with them.
The homeless people aren't born with tents.
Yeah, they are.
He didn't have a tent to begin with. He disappeared and then reemerged with a tent.
Yeah, he stole a tent. I don't think anyone gave him a tent.
You don't?
No, dude, we can't get shit from the city. You think they're giving away tents?
Yeah, you're right.
You can't. They don't care.
Yeah.
They don't care. This man stole a tent. And these homeless people, they get crazy around here. Like there's one by the Tommy's Burger spot.
Yeah.
And it's like a home. It's like a canopy home in front of the burger spot. They're plugged into the router at the end of the burger spot and connected to the Wi-Fi. And I swear to God, they're playing Warzone in there.
No, I know.
They're playing Call of Duty in their tents.
Dude, the guy in the tent across
They're
the street from
streaming.
me has better blackout curtains than I do.
That's so funny.
I was pissed. I was like, Zach, is it not true that his room is better to sleep in right now than my room? Because I have a skylight.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And I'm like pissed off and jealous of his tent.
Go take his curtains.
No, he's so crazy.
Do you guys know each other?
Yeah, we've gotten into it a few times.
You guys have beef.
Yeah, we've yeah.
Not the best person to have beef with.
No,
Is it just one guy?
it's one guy. He has beef
Oh,
with
God.
everyone.
It's so annoying that like you almost moved into a homeless free neighborhood, but then there was one. There's always one that keeps
whose
crawling up.
tent literally faces my fucking driveway,
Yeah.
and I come home late at night, so it's an issue. It's fine when he's like in a good mood and in his own world, but when he's
When he's scribbling about Jesus.
even if he's scribbling about Jesus in his own world, that's fine. It's just when he's like combative and in my face and in my driveway that I have an issue.
Yeah, you need to kill him.
You can't.
Yeah, you can.
I could pepper spray him though.
Pepper spray him in his throat. Tell him to open his mouth and put pepper spray in it.
But, dude, you know me. I fuck up with my fake nails. I
You
accidentally pepper spray myself.
I could see it.
Couldn't you see that happening?
I could see you pepper spraying yourself in an emergency. Yes.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. That's
Now you're
what I
getting
was
molested with pepper in your eye.
I'm like-
Oh God, it's the worst, dude.
It's me on my ring
Homeless
camera.
fingernails and pepper in your eye.
Ugh.
It's a bad day.
Yeah.
It's a bad day.
Yeah. So I'm afraid to pepper spray him, but I am ready.
Don't even pull it out. Have you ever even tested it to see if it works? Let me see.
I know that it works. Zach got me it.
How do you even? Oh, you lift it.
Yeah, you lift it. There's
Okay, this is safer than mine. Mine's like if you accidentally turn it, you could just push it by
Yeah,
accident.
no. One time I've talked about this on the podcast. I think I accidentally got pepper spray on my college boyfriend's dick during a
What?
blowjob. During a blowjob. Have I talked about that?
No, I don't.
I feel
I
like
don't
it-
think so.
Yeah.
Maybe it sounds.
Okay.
I don't know if you've told me just personally.
Okay. In college, my college boyfriend Nate, who I thought was the love of my life, he bought me pepper spray for my keys, and it was a black pepper spray thing with a big red button. And I
Okay.
remember being like wasted and in college, and I think I was dressed up as like Wonder Woman.
Okay.
And I was in his front yard. It was a fraternity party. There was this huge pumpkin that was inflatable, and I was drunk by myself. And he comes out into the lawn, and I'm just spraying the pumpkin inflatable with pepper spray. And
By
he's
yourself?
Like, by myself. He's like, "What are you
That's
doing?"
giving real like
And
that guy in Billy Madison spraying the kid with the hose energy, where he's like, "Stop, Mister! I don't know who you are. What are you doing here?"
And I just wanted to push it. And my boyfriend comes out. He's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Take that pumpkin head!" And I'm just spraying down this like pumpkin inflatable.
He's
wasted.
like, "Let's go inside. You should blow me."
So then, like, no, hours go by. We go to, I think we went to Del Taco. Yeah, we went to Del Taco. We eat later. My mouth is kind of spicy because of the pepper spray because it was on my hand, but I forget about it. I give him a blowjob later. He lives in a fraternity house. He starts screaming like, "My dick's on fire! What the fuck? My dick's on fire!" Everyone in the fraternity house wakes up. They're all like laughing, standing around him naked, holding his dick.
They all called Sarah hot mouth for the
They're
rest of
like-
the semester.
We had to get milk for his dick.
You milked his
We
dick?
milked his dick. They're like, "Get him milk!" So he's like pouring
Everyone's
milk
pouring milk on his cock.
dick.
You're just sitting there wiping your face,
Yeah.
like, and then you know it came from you.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Yeah.
Sarah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That
Did
is
you guys
crazy.
break up or stay together?
No, we
after that?
stayed together after that.
How long did it take to unburn himself? Just after
took,
the
like-
milk, it was good.
Yeah, after the milk the milk really made a difference though.
That's so bad.
So bad, dude.
That's
it's
so
such
bad.
drunk college. Like, why are you pepper spraying a pumpkin inflatable?
Dude.
Dressed as Wonder Woman.
Yeah,
too.
that's a college activity.
Dude, dressed as Wonder Woman.
Yeah, you were like, I wonder what this will do.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah. I remember when I was 18, when I was 17 or 16, I was at my boyfriend's house, his parents' house, and he lived with his parents. He was 18, and we were in his room hooking up, and the lights were all off, and he was like going down on me. And then when we like afterwards, he like sat up and there was blood all over his face. And I was like, holy fuck. And then it was just a nosebleed. But he nosebled in my vagina.
Did you think it was your
I thought it was
period?
me, yeah.
That's such a weird time to get a nosebleed.
Yeah, it is.
In my pussy?
This pussy will make your nose bleed. The air pressure in this thing, dude.
That's so crazy.
Your ears will, you have to chew gum while you eat my pussy.
Dude, I would feel more safe if it was blood from my pussy as opposed to blood from his
nose in my pussy.
Yeah, no.
I know. Yep. So that happened.
That's weird.
Yeah. I don't know what else, other weird shit.
I mean, dude, the pepper spray thing really stayed with me. And then
Yeah.
everyone in the fraternity house knew, and it was a whole fucking story.
Probably forever.
Yeah.
Like probably they still think about the time that someone got a
That Nate
blowjob
got
from
his-
some chick. They're probably like, there's probably a few fans of yours that are like, that's
Oh,
the
for
chick
sure. You
who
were
blew.
the hot Tua girl of that.
Yes, a hot duo.
She was the hot Tua.
Oh my god,
Hot Tua.
That's so
Burn on that
funny.
thing.
Dude, so funny.
Hot Tua, you got to pepper spray that thing.
Did you go to like theme parties where you had to dress up
Uh,
in college?
see, I was kind of like a snob. I worked at like the bar that all the fraternities and sororities went to. So it was like, we like kind of looked like,
down on them.
yeah, we were kind of like, even though we secretly all wanted to do it, we were
Yeah.
kind of like,
Well, I had like this roommate who was like Miss Sorority Girl, right? And
was she the sweetheart? Do you remember Sweethearts? Where a fraternity chooses one girl to be their sweetheart for the year?
No, we didn't have that. But she
Oh.
was like that. Like
Okay.
she was like so into everything, and like she any party that there was a theme, she would make a costume for herself and one for me. Like to the point where I'm like, I don't even really want to dress up. Like I was like,
Yeah.
it's kind of lame. And every one, she's like, your costume's here. It's waiting for you on your bed. Like she was like my mom almost. Like a
That's
a
kinda
Disney
nice.
mom.
That's
Yeah, so
kinda
she
nice.
made me them for like every party, dude.
That's nice. Yeah,
It
we
was-
used to do like anything but clothes parties.
Yeah.
And a big thing was when I was in college was your 21st birthday where you'd make a sign. Did you guys make signs for your 21st?
I think I had like a crown.
Okay, so it was like at UF, it was like a big thing. Everyone got their 21st birthday sign, and your best friend would make it, and the sign had to be themed around something you loved. So, like, my roommate was obsessed with Coca-Cola, so hers
Okay.
was like a Coke can, and then you'd put 21 things you need to do before the end of the night. It'd be like kiss a bouncer, take someone's underwear,
No, that sounds fun.
take a blowjob shot at the bar, get kicked out of somewhere. That
Yeah.
was one of mine. Get kicked out of a bar, in which I did.
You did?
Oh yeah,
For what?
Over a bartender's shoulder. I don't know, causing a ruckus. causing some sort of ruckus. And yeah, my 21st birthday theme was I was obsessed with Wiz Khalifa back
What?
in like
You
yeah.
were?
Yeah, I would wake up every morning, I'd smoke a blunt and I'd watch, he used to have these YouTube vlogs called Day to Day,
Okay.
and he'd put them out and I would smoke a blunt and watch a day to day. I'd listen to a little bit of his music and then I'd go on my day. I was obsessed with Wiz Khalifa. So my 21st birthday, the theme was Kimmy Gang or Die because his thing was Taylor Gang or Die.
Okay.
And then we all dressed like him in camo shorts and Converse.
No.
And the rule was like everybody could come to my party, but you had to bring one blunt. Didn't matter if you brought alcohol. Everybody had to bring one blunt. And then everyone came over in
That
their
sounds
camo
fun.
shorts. And then I got kicked out of a bar. I took a boy's underwear. I finished my whole sign.
Wait, you took a boy's underwear?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I said, can I have your underwear for my birthday sign? He
No.
said, yeah. And he took it off and gave it to me.
And that's what got you kicked out or no?
No. I think,
Dude, being in your 20s is just
I think I
normalizing-
just, I had to get
alcohols.
kicked out of the bar. So I snuck into a bar without paying the cover. And then they grabbed me and kicked me out. And I was like, I did it. And I like
Yeah.
ran away all happy.
Dude, alcoholism's just normalized in your 20s.
And it feels good in your 20s. You can really handle it and you can really
Yeah.
bounce back. I used to leave my first class at school at UF, come to the swamp, finish a pitcher of beer and some chicken tenders, and then go back to class hammered. By myself, drunk.
And now if I even just eat the chicken tenders, I'm sluggish.
Oh, God, I couldn't
It's
even.
like, what the fuck?
Yeah, you really can't hang after a while.
No, yeah. A pitcher of beer and a whole thing of tenders.
Yeah. Yeah, good times. Good times. And the food in college tasted better.
Everything was better.
Something about the food in college, like, it's like a fond memory for me.
The food.
Oh my God, yeah. We had the best, like,
Because your metabolism's fast and you're not worried.
yeah. And like the whole area that I worked around and went to school around, it was like a little like downtown area. So there was like a salad place, a sushi place. There was like a place called Munchies 420. Which
What?
had the craziest menu. It'd be like a peanut butter and jelly burger with mac and cheese as the cheese. Is like flattened
Made
fried
for
mac and
college
cheese.
high kids.
Yes, yes. And there was
That's-
Munchies 420. We had we have bars. Balls was one of my favorite place to go.
Balls.
Shout out to Balls.
It was called Balls.
Balls, yeah.
Balls Bar.
Balls. Just Balls.
We had Pauls.
You had Paul's?
Yeah.
You were at Paul's while I was at Balls?
Yeah.
Oh my
It was like
God.
a dive bar.
Oh my
Was
God.
Balls a dive bar?
Yeah.
This was a dive bar with like a pool table in there.
And the prices in college.
Cheap.
25-cent pitchers.
Whoa. We didn't have that.
You didn't?
Oh, that's
They
some
had a
Florida
night.
shit,
They
dude.
had a night where it was 25-cent pitchers, and every hour it became 50 cents more.
Wow.
Yeah,
No, we didn't have that.
and then by the end of the night, you're like $2 pitchers. This is a ripoff. It's a ripoff, I say. And then I worked at a restaurant called The Swamp, and they would like whore us out. And I remember on Monday nights it was wing night, 25-cent wings, $5 pitchers,
20.
and we'd have to wear these shirts that said "Get wet,
No.
wet your wing."
No.
Yeah.
They made you like Hooters girls
Yeah.
at the swamp.
Yeah,
Wet your wing.
wet your wing.
Get wet.
Yeah, and it'd be like these frat boys being like, "Can I have another Corona?"
Did you ever fuck a fraternity guy?
No, not my style.
Dude, unfortunately I dated one.
You did? They were not my style.
No. Well, like, because I went to school at Chapman in Orange County and was already a small school. And then all of the social life was structured around the fraternities. So it was
So was
like,
ours, yeah.
So it was like, if I wanted to have a social life, I would go.
I just came straight from Florida, and like we had white boys in Florida, but they were like rednecks. And I'd never seen like a white boy, like fraternity white boy and redneck white boy are two different species. And I'd never seen white people like that before
No.
until I went to college, and I was like, this shit is like,
Embarrassing.
yeah, I was like, play Freebird. Like, it's like a lot of acoustic guitar at solo parties. Like, it was like white on another level I wasn't ready for that.
Yeah, dude.
I wasn't ready for
My
that.
boyfriend was in that fraternity.
Popped collar,
Popped collar.
beige shorts, boat shoes.
Yeah. all
And none of
it.
them could smoke weed. They could all drink, and then if you got them high, they'd all start throwing up. Like,
And they were all such douches.
oh yeah.
they were-
Actually, the frat guys I went to school with were very sweet.
well, yeah, I did have fun.
But also, I was a
basically
server
lit-
at the biggest restaurant, so I was like, like the girls that worked at the restaurant were like, they were like, we know the girls that work there, so it felt cool for them to know us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, they were nice, but probably not to everybody else.
Yeah, fraternities, dude. We went to Vegas with my boyfriend's fraternity. We rented a bus and drove to Vegas.
Ugh. I bet you were blackout on that bus.
Blackout. People were doing beer bongs. That's when I
Oh.
met my friend Mel. She was doing beer bongs the whole way to Vegas.
Really?
Yeah.
Keg stands. Remember keg
all
stands?
of it, dude.
They'd flip you upside down. That was, by the way, a keg stand is one of the worst feelings in the world. I would never do that now.
I don't think I've ever done one.
I think actually you need to do one once.
Should I do a keg
Have you
stand?
guys done a keg stand?
Yeah.
For my 40th?
Dude, I think for your 40th,
What's the theme?
for your 40th, you need to have a keg stand for sure.
No, not Shanky's 40th.
Yeah. Keg
Okay,
stand
we have
shanky.
a few years before that. So
Yeah.
before I do my big keg stand.
Dude, I kind of want a birthday party that's like a tailgate now. A tailgate party.
Like if it
And everyone, yeah.
like a bro,
Like a broed out, trucks pulled up, barbecue on, football in the
that
air.
sounds fun.
Birthday kegger.
A kegger.
A kegger, dude.
Kimmy's kegger.
Kimmy's kegger.
That sounds fun.
Kimmy's 35th kegger.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, I'm sad now. I did find a pair of overalls from college, and I reached in the pocket, and I still had the keg tap in them from my college days, and I was like, I can't throw this away.
I thought it was gonna be like you found some money or something.
No, it was a keg
Not
tap.
the keg tap.
The keg tap. Yep, it was good luck, apparently.
It was.
Yeah. And what
I didn't
else?
even know that.
When I was in college, my roommate started hooking up. I'm not sure if they were sleeping together, but definitely making out with my teacher.
No.
She wasn't in school though, so it was like he wasn't really doing anything illegal. She was just an 18-year-old girl that was like hanging out. She lived in the town.
So it was your professor?
My professor.
There's something hot about
And she-
fucking a professor.
Yeah,
to
no,
me.
and she was like, I was like all about their love story.
No.
And he was cool, and I was like kind of friends with him. And so like I'd go to his. I still talk to him. He messaged me a few weeks ago, and yeah, and then so we'd go to class, and my roommate would be like, "I'm gonna go to class with you so I can see him." And she'd just come and sit in class with me, and I'd
She'd go to school, fake school, so
She'd go
she
to
could
fake
see her
school.
boyfriend.
Yeah, and then I'd DM him and I'd be like, I'm bringing a guest today. I hope it's okay. And he wouldn't write anything back because he'd be so weirded out, probably.
Yeah.
And then I would bring her and we'd just stare at him and drink the whole class and be like, I can't believe you're making out with my professor. I can't. And I remember one time I was like, if my roommate fucks you, can I get an A? And he's like, that's not how that works. But yeah.
That's not how that works.
Yeah.
That's so.
He was a funny, cool guy.
Dude, I would love to sleep with a professor.
Me too.
There's
I mean,
something hot
in high
about
school,
it.
I wanted to sleep with the soccer coach in a deadly unhealthy way.
I did. Oh, no.
What?
I didn't. It's not that I slept with him because he was very religious, but he did dry hump me to completion. The boys soccer
Who
coach.
completed? Both of you?
No, just him.
Oh. Now you guys coming at the same time to a dry hump. I would have been like, you need to marry that man.
No, it was the all boys school soccer coach.
How old was he?
He was like 18.
And how old were you?
I was like 16.
Okay, that makes sense.
We would like hang out. He'd take me to Cheesecake Factory, and then he would dry hump me to completion, and I would like go home like with like.
How do you know it's too or like?
Because he'd be like, "Oh,
honey, you know when it's to completion, okay?"
It was like, yeah,
Because he made a weird noise and then stopped humping.
yeah, you know,
You felt like it was complete suddenly.
he came through his jeans.
And then would it be awkward?
Through his cheek.
Would he be like, that was so good?
Yeah.
No.
And he was like weirdly religious, so he didn't want to have sex, and then like my legs would be chafed.
Oh, no.
then-
You had
but-
rug burn on your thighs?
And then he would go online and like he was like a difficult one. He would like go online and then I wouldn't hear from him for a few days, and then his away message would be like, I'm not crazy, I'm just a little unwell. And I'm like, when is he gonna come back and try hump me again?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
He was leaving song lyrics?
Yeah.
I'm not crazy. I'm just a little unwell.
Yeah. And I'm like, I hope he gets the help he needs.
Oh, man.
So we can eventually have real sex.
Yeah, never happened.
No.
He blew his load a little early on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted the soccer coach. And this is kind of weird because when I had a crush on him, I was 17.
Yeah.
I was a senior. And I had a crush on him all through high school, but like it really got crazy when I was 17. He was so hot. He was like 25.
Yeah.
That's a dangerous age to have
Yeah.
two people together. I'll say
Yeah.
that. But he was so hot. I literally was a virgin at this point, and I had a fantasy. Okay, so he was a soccer coach, but I think he was also some sort of other teacher in the school. He taught something
You
else.
know how they wear a bunch of different hats?
Yeah,
It's
they
like, can
do.
we just do one
Yes,
thing?
they do wear. And you know, at the schools, when the school's not big enough and they just add like trailers to their property, and
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
like, go learn here.
Yeah.
So he had his own like trailer. And I had this, as a virgin, disgusting fantasy of walking into his room while he was grading papers.
While he was grading papers. There's something hot about that, though.
And he had this he was like, looked like a surfer. You know what he looked like? He looked like the guy that Blake Lively went after in the Traveling Pants, the soccer coach there.
I don't know what that. I unfortunately can't reference that.
Yes,
Just off the
here we
top of
go.
my head.
He
Okay.
looked like, he was giving this.
This is kind of what the soccer coach that dry hump me
Yeah,
looked
this
like.
is what a soccer
This
coach
is-
looks like.
What the fuck?
Yeah, he looked just like this.
Did we all fuck the same soccer coach or have fantasies of
They
it?
all come in the same mold, I think.
Dude, if I showed you, this is literally the same guy.
Yeah, mine kind of looked like this.
Okay.
And I had this fantasy that I would walk in, he'd be grading papers, and like it was a very specific, like the desk was long. There'd be like a big, I don't know why there'd be so many papers in my fantasy. There was a pile about this high here and a pile about this high here.
He's busy.
And in my, and he's just like grading, and he's like, what do you need? And in my fantasy, I said nothing. As a virgin, this was a thought. I was like, should I do this? And I would just crawl onto his desk sexually and fuck him on it.
No, that's so
And I would think about the
crazy.
papers like, yeah, all the time.
Kim.
Yeah, all the time. And then this is crazy. So I never talked to him. I also like was like, he thinks I had like this really weird thing about being brown growing up in Florida. So I
Okay.
assumed every guy thought I was disgusting because I was darker than the white girls.
Okay.
And then so I was like, who would never like me like I'm brown, right? And then one day we're hanging.
That is fucked
That
up.
is really sad. And now I'm like,
Yeah.
come eat this ass, bitch. Okay,
Yeah,
but no. So then one day he was at the gym
Yeah.
during gym hour, and I'm hanging out with him, and tell me if this is inappropriate, and maybe this was my one hint that I was like, maybe I could fuck him, is he was drinking a Coke, and we were hanging out, and I was standing next to him, and I said, can I have a sip?
And he let you.
And he handed it to me and let me have a sip of his straw Coke. And I went, and before I drink it, I went, you don't have herpes, do you? Isn't that slutty from a 17-year-old?
Yeah.
I said that to a teacher that I was drinking out of his drink. I went, you don't have herpes, do you? And he was like, no. And I sipped it and gave it back to him. That's slutty.
That is.
Kind of hot.
That is.
Kind of hot.
There's something about a teacher of age.
A teacher
Of age.
I mean, it's not that like it was still illegal, but like it wouldn't have been crazy for a 17-year-old to sleep with a 24 or 25-year-old. I don't think that's like absolutely nuts. But yeah, dude, I wanted him bad. I wanted to furry those papers all over the desk. Is my boyfriend in here?
There's something about a professor fantasy too.
Yeah.
Like even just like later in life, oh, my professor husband, he's going to teach a class.
Yeah.
Like there's something hot about that.
Yeah. There is.
Yeah, go teach them.
Go teach the youth,
Use
babe.
your mind. Use your intelligence, honey.
Teach the youth, daddy.
Yeah.
Teach the youth.
That is so slutty. Teach the youth, daddy.
Come on, daddy. Teach those youngins. Yeah, I'll never forget my fantasy though. The papers would also, while I was fucking him, the papers would perfectly fly and hit each other like this.
Yeah, like a cartoon.
Yeah, like it was just such. And then, by the way, I'm a virgin. Like literally, I spent the next year like laying like this when I had sex, like not doing anything.
By the way, it would hurt.
Yeah, I was
like,
ow. I don't know why I thought I could ride dick for the first time ever.
No, we all think that, right?
Yeah, you think you're gonna ride the dick, and instead you kind of just lay there and go, okay, go.
Okay, and then you're like, is it over? Are we done?
You're like, it's kind of tight in there. I don't know.
Is it done?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first few times having sex is weird.
Yeah. You're like, I didn't like it, but I want to keep doing it.
Yeah.
Did you feel
You're
like
like, my
that?
pussy wants more of that pain.
Yeah. You're like, it didn't feel good per se, but I don't want to stop doing it.
And then that's the rest of life.
Yeah.
It starts there and it never fucking ends. That's our episode.
That's our episode.
All right, Shanks, where can people find you?
You can find me at Princess Shank on Instagram and Twitter. You can find me here every Monday on This Bitch, every Wednesday on Shank, patreon.com/Sarah Weinshank for bonus content. We're coming to DC Comedy Loft in November. Get tickets. What about you, Kimmy Cakes?
KimCongdon.com for show dates, Childless MILF on YouTube, Magic Prank Show on Netflix. Check out my other podcast at Kim Congdon Takeover. Make sure you check out Shank, patreon.com/Kim Congdon, patreon.com/Sarah Weinshank. And we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Can we also have